Hello. In this video, we will see how to create a Google Forms. A complete description of a Google Forms. Google Forms are widely used to create surveys. Surveys can be of any of the type, like it can be a product survey, it can be a website survey, it can be course survey, it can be a program survey, or any type of the surveys can be created using Google Form. Another important use of Google Form is as registration forms for different seminars, webinars, faculty development programs, short-term training program, one-day training program, and so on. Another use and the most widely used is for the test. You can create a test using a Google Form. We will see later on how this can be done. Google Forms are again can be used as feedback forms. You can take a feedback of any of the event and then you can create a certificate also. You can directly link a certificate in Google Forms. So Google Form allow us to include different types of questions such as short answers, paragraphs, multiple selection, verification boxes, pull down, linear scale, grid of several options, among others. So now we will start with how to create a Google Form. So firstly, you need to log in into your Gmail account, as already I have done it, and at the top of this particular Gmail account you can see a Google Apps. Under this Google Apps you will find a Google Forms, and by clicking the Google Forms you will be redirected to this particular window. Now this is a Google Form window. Here you can observe this plus sign which shows that it start a new form. When you click on it, a new form will get open up. It's an untitled form. Let us suppose we are creating for some registration form for any particular event. So you can write down registration form for a name of an event. Okay. If you want, you can give some description like date. What is the date? Let us suppose I write the today's date, and you can write down the time. It's around 12:30 p.m. onwards, or if it is for 1 hour or 2 hours, you can mention it according to that. Now, proceeding further, we'll see the different functions that can be used. This is, if you just move your cursor on that, you will find it's a customized theme. Click on it, you will get this particular window. From this, we'll come back to the header later on. You can change the color of your background. Just try to observe it. I am just changing it. You can see the change. And similarly, if I put this, I can change the background color also as per my requirement. Then I can change the font style. This is a decorative, formal, playful. So only 4 types of font style is given. This is a disadvantage of the Google Form, but this is sufficient to understand the things. Here it is. You can go the choose image. Already some themes are there. You can use it from this particular, if you are taking a registration for any event of musical instrument. So you can just click on this particular thing. It becomes very good when anybody register for your event. If it is for some games event, you can say any of this. If for the painting event and so on, depending upon your requirement, you can use the different types of images. If you have any customized event, that also you can do it from clicking this upload. You can browse from your computer. So you can browse it out and you will get this image. So let us suppose we can choose some image, and let us suppose I am making a registration form for some musical event. Click on this event and then insert. So what you will find here, the image will appear on this particular part. Okay, you can see it from this preview. It's taking time. Okay. Yes, you can see this particular image coming here. Then after customize theme, it's a preview. How the form is getting proceed, how will it will look like to the other person. You can go and see this. It's a registration form which will be in the view form. Okay, let's close it, come back to this. There are different settings that we will see later on once we get complete with the complete form. Now we will see this particular thing. Here it shows add question, means if you need to add some question, you can do it. Here it's an import question. There is already a template through which you can directly import the question. Here you can go for add title and description. This is an add image. If you have creating some test, if you want to give some image, you can add the image from here. You can add a video and add sections. So let us start with creating a sample form for some musical event, like we will write as musical, or we'll write musical night. Okay, and the date will be, let us suppose the event is organized on 12th of May from 7 p.m. onwards. Okay, so what all detail you want? I want the name of the participant, so I will write name of participant. Here you can see the different options: short answers, long answers or a paragraph, multiple choice, check boxes, drop down, file upload, linear scale, and so on. Since we want the name of the participant, it can be a short answer. Okay, here the participant will write his or her name. Now I need another question. In the question I can write like profession. You can keep this particular also as a short answer, but it would be a much better if you give some like a drop down box. In drop down box you can write down whether he is a student, whether he is a profession, whether he is any academician. So you can see how this particular form will look. View. Yes. You can observe it. Name of the participant, profession, it will be a drop down here. Okay. If you want to add more choices, you can do on that also. Now if I need to add some other options like email, so again it should be a short answer type. And if you creating some feedback form or any of the form where you can add the question like any other suggestions. So when you write such type of question, it should be automatically will find that the Google has taken it to be a paragraph, because it's an inbuilt property of Google Forms. So but we don't require any other suggestions in the registration form, so we will delete it out. Now another important thing is the name of the participant. If a person is filling up any form and if he don't fill the name, the form will get submitted. But I want the name should be a compulsory field. So here you can observe it's a required. So when you click on this, now when you go on the preview, you will find that the compulsory field that is shown by an star. I cannot submit a form without filling this particular field. Okay. So if you want the email to be a compulsory, you can do that. If you want all the questions are compulsory, you can make all the question compulsory by clicking on this particular thing. You can add some description to this question, name of the participant. So you can add a description here as required on certificate. Okay. So we'll see the preview. How will the preview go on? Yes, you can observe it. Name of the participant as required on certificate. Okay. So this gives you a more clear picture to a participant whether I should enter the name in the short form, long form, all caps, small caps, whatever the name or whatever the font is writing here, the same name will appear on the certificate also. So this makes a participant more careful while entering his or her name. Okay. So this is you can create more number of questions in this. Okay. Now we'll go to the setting part. If you can see, there are two types of setting: journal and presentation. In journal setting, if you click on this collect email addresses, it will compulsory ask the email address of the participant. You can observe it here. Automatically this field has been created. Okay. And if you are clicking on that particular part, you don't require this particular question here. Okay. But if you don't want to make an email address a compulsory one, you can remove it. The question can remain there. If the participant wants, he or she can enter it. Another thing, limit to one response means if you click on this, if you check this particular box, a participant can fill this particular form only once per email address. Okay. From any email address, he or she can fill only one at a time. Then there are some other options like edit before submit, see summary chart. If you just untick also, it doesn't give you much things. Then here it's a presentation, show progress bar, shuffle questions. The shuffle question order is very useful when you create a test for students. Okay, but since it is a registration form, we will not click on that. And here you can write a confirmation message. Thank you. Your form has been submitted. So you can write any of the confirmation message and you can save this particular thing. Now you can just try to view this form. Now we will see whether this form is working or not. Name of participant, and before that we will just add one more question, that is a basic question. Since I have click on the add question, it has come to this particular part. Let us suppose mobile number, and I will give, it's a compulsory field, description, WhatsApp number preferably. Okay, I just corrected WhatsApp number, and you want it to be in a short answer type. Okay, but When you do this particular part, the name and the mobile number is coming first. So I will just drag this at the last of the image. Now I will see the view form. I am writing my name. Okay. It's very simple to use. Profession. I am as a academician. My email ID. Whatever the email ID. And my some WhatsApp number. But just try to understand, by mistake, instead of number, if somebody writes a text here, it's automatically showing it must be a number. Okay, you cannot write, if you write here numbers, no error. If you want this to be done, you can just come back to the form. You can add name of the participant. Here you will see a response validation, and this will always be a text. Okay, so once you made it, come back here. Now what happens if you enter a number there? Once I go for submission, let's see what happens. The form has been submitted. Okay. The reason behind that is, although you have written a text here, but it should contain what? That error message you have not typed it here. Okay. So you can type some error message and you can go on doing this particular thing. Now, once you send a link for this particular form to anybody to fill it on, when they fill up the form, you can see here responses. As I already filled this form, I can see my one response here, and the name of the participant, what I already wrote is was something, this the email ID and the mobile number and so on. Okay, so automatically if there are 10 responses, 50 responses, 100 n number of responses, the Google will already automatically save that all the responses. Now you can see here an option, a create spreadsheet. I will create a spreadsheet for it. Now when you click on this, automatically a Google Excel will be created. Here it will give a timestamp, means the date and the time at which, name of the participant, profession, email ID, mobile number. These were the fields that you have given it, and automatically all the fields have come out here. If there would be 100 participants, it will have 100 rows for this, and by clicking here file, you can download this as any of the format. Okay, and you can proceed further for any of the views. Now after creating this particular form, you need to send this particular form. Okay, so to sending it, either you can directly write some email ID, whatever the email IDs you want, you can write down here. You can write n numbers of the email IDs here. This is the customized message. If you want to change it, you can change it. If you want to remain it, let it be. And then you can click on send. Or you can, what you can do, this is the link. Okay, this is the link. You can copy the link and you can send it through some other social medias like WhatsApp, Facebook, Twitter, or so on. Okay, so once the candidate fills here, automatically the responses counter will get updated, and by clicking on this particular thing, you can see who all have entered it, and with this spreadsheet you can see a complete detail. and all the changes what we are making are automatically getting saved in a drive. You can write down the untitled. It's a registration form for a musical. So this is the simple way you can use a Google form, or you can create a Google form. In the next video, we will see how to send a certificates using a Google form. So thank you so much.